Hello, and welcome back to Demon Souls. Last time we went through the first stage of the Boletaria Palace. We fought the first boss, Phalanx, and we're going to be heading through the Lord's Path in just a wee minute. First, there is some NPCs that I've not spoke to yet, so we're going to go and see them just around here.
Oh my, how has this happened? Has God abandoned us for King Alant, failing to show proper respect? Oh, Mbasa. Back in the time that I lived below Boletaria Castle, King Alant left on some strange business, then returned with horrible demons in tow. Soon, the land was ravaged by soul-starved madmen. My spine shudders just to think about it. If I did not have my miracle stone shard, keepsake of my grandfather, I may not have survived. If I did not have my miracle stone shard, keepsake of my grandfather.
Okay, so she said there that King Alant went away on some business and then came back with a bunch of demons, and that's essentially what started the whole issue with things going wrong over here. So, talked to a couple of folk.
Oh, you must be another disciple of God. I too am on a quest to fight the demons in the name of the Lord. May I share God's power with you? Do not be bashful. We are both cut from the same cloth. A miracle is a heavenly act, but spells are the acts of demons, the work of soul arts. They have similar effects, and yet one is clearly evil, and the other is clearly good. Magicians, in the end, are mere servants of the demons.
So, interesting bit of dialogue there where he is saying spells and miracles very similar, except one is evil and one is good. They also talk about spells being soul arts, which, if you remember any dialogue from the last episode, it's the use of soul arts that caused the old one to wake up in the first place. But we do learn something later on about just how similar miracles and spells actually are, but we'll get there.
A miracle is a heavenly act. They have some magicians in the end.
So he just sells you kind of low-level miracles just now. We're not doing a faith build, but here's the ones you can get. Hide oneself from black phantoms. Send the user back to the Nexus, which is just the best spell probably. It acts like a homeward bone for free, well, for your magic, but once you get back, your magic replenishes, so it's pretty good. A wee bit of healing, and then cure poison.
I see. You wish to train yourself in stoicism. Very well. I pray we meet again.
Cheers.
I have sinned. I swore allegiance to Saint Urbain, but was of no use to him. And now I have run away and abandoned his augustness. O Lord, punish me, for I have not the strength to punish myself. O august one, I hesitate to imagine your present state. Deep within the darkness, where no light shall ever shine, will you continue to pray, even in such misery? O august one, deep within the dark, will you continue to pray?
So he is giving you a little bit of a hint at an NPC that you will eventually, hopefully, rescue from one of these archstones, but we're not going to see him for quite a while. But he is going to be over in that archstone there. Now we are going to continue into this area, but first, because we're a strength build, I'm going to show you a nice little weapon you can get pretty early on. It's going to be, I don't know if it'll be quite OP, but it'll be better than this longsword anyway. So we're going to go to the archstone of the Digger King. And because we beat that demon last episode, I'm at full health, and it also means that I can get invaded, and I think this one is quite a popular place for getting invaded at early levels. So we're going to Smithing Grounds. It's a city of miners who maintain the giant tunnel. Long ago, the efforts of the hard-headed burrowers allowed Boletarian soldiers to carry out their work, but now, dispossessed of their souls, they have no thoughts of their own and work in silence, tirelessly, without purpose. Again, kind of talking about how these people that are soul-starved just kind of keep going and doing what they were doing before, but just totally like aimlessly. So these guys are just constantly mining for no real purpose, because what are they mining for other than just that's what they used to do. Right, I'm not going to spend too much time in this area. I just want to get a particular weapon and then we're off ski. When you head up here, these guys are going to throw boulders at you. Just be careful. Wait until he throws his, and then I'm going to run, 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 Now I'm going to run. Okay. Some guys over there, but they shouldn't bother you until you go closer, so we're going to turn this handle. It's actually quite easy to miss. And that gets so we lift up here. And there is an enemy up here that can quite easily kill me and quite often does, so I'm going to have to be careful. It's the fat official. Has a lot of health. Oh no! Oh dear. Right, turn it around, come on. Ah, I thought I could dodge that. Not going too well. Ah. Come on. Don't really need juice coming. Oof, that's lucky. There we go. And then this guy here. Now, I think I spoke earlier in one of the episodes where different damage types. So this guy, that thrust obviously took quite a lot of damage, but if I do a normal swing, it hardly does any. So that's why this sword's quite good for this area. So we thrust, and he's dead. And this item here, the Crushing Battle Axe +1. So this is an upgraded weapon, but it's also been changed so that Crushing, I think it takes your damage down a wee bit, but then there's a massive scale into strength. So if I look at this, my longsword is giving me 80 +7. And if I go down to the Crushing Battle Axe, it's 88 because of the +1. But then the damage, it's C scaled. If you look down the bottom with a wee muscle, you're getting +18, so it's going to do a lot more damage. I've never actually used this. I don't actually know what the moveset's quite like this shit. So slashing, so it won't be great here. Which they are too, and a swing. It'll do for the area we're going to anyway. I might switch back to the longsword when we come back here. That's okay. So you can try and get over there, but it's actually worthwhile waiting to get to the bottom because there's a wee item down there. I think you can just about see it. So, Stone of Ephemeral Eyes, these are the things that can take you from your soul form into human form. If you're wanting to get your full health back, it also lets you summon people, but it makes you open for invasions, quite like being human in Dark Souls. Right. So now I'm just going to head back because I want to go back and get the second boss of Boletaria Palace. I just quite like the order of that. I'll tend to do that world up to a point where you can't go anymore. Then I'll move on to this world and I'll do it the whole way through. Right, I'm just going to head down here. Can I get another level up actually after that?
Thou seekest the path that touch the demon inside me.
I can, cool. So I'm going to take some vitality. Can never really go wrong with some more health,
Art thou finished?
especially when you're practically naked. So we're in the Lord's Path, Archstone of the Phalanx Demons, so that's the area where we killed her. Past the huge gates of Boletarian Palace lies what is now a feeding ground for the dragons, the cliff pathway which leads to the inner ward where knights make their abode. So again, you're getting some warning here that there's going to be some dragons. Okay, we're going to go through here and we're going to see some more remnants of the phalanx. What they called acolytes or something, I think. And here they are. Actually quite hard to see with the lighting sometimes. Oh. So get behind them again and you'll make quick work of them. And they should drop occasionally some upgrade materials. And there's going to be some items to grab. And we're going to continue a wee quest line for an NPC. Thought there was one more up here, must not be. There's one up here. A wee bit more annoying because you can't get behind them too easily, but if you stick quite close to the right they can't even hit you, so it's quite handy. And he's quite hard to see. Lovely, lots of sharp stone. These are better for the dex weapons, I believe. I'm actually not sure what crushing weapons take. Is it greystone? I think it might be. Okay, so we missed a little path, so don't go straight up there just yet, because you will, although it's not a massive deal, but there's a wee conversation we can have just down here. And as well as a wee item to try and grab your attention, so you come over here and...
You, yonder.
Here it is, a wee pal.
It's me, Ostrava. Look at me. Again, fenced in by enemies. Could you assist me one last time? Clear out the soldiers blocking this passage, if it please you. The Lord's Path, just over there, is now a feeding ground for dragons. Have your wits about you.
Okay, so we need to make our way around that way and then go down and back out. And help him out, because he is a bit of a shambles, to be honest. Gets himself in all sorts of hairy predicaments. So this is going to be quite a similar... I was going to say it's similar to Dark Souls, but it's not really. There's a dragon that's about that flies down. You can just wait until he fires and then run. There is some actually okay items here, but it's really not worth dying at the moment. So I'm just going to run all the way. And you can pretty much do the same thing all the way up there until you get there. You can just keep baiting them out and then running, but you'll miss a few stuff if you do that. I'll take him out. Right. A couple of archers here. Now, what some people will do if they have enough time and patience is if you get a bow or a crossbow, you can just stand here and shoot the dragon with an arrow every time it passes. But it takes you like 100 arrows, maybe more than that, and who the fuck has time for that? Not me. So, I'm gonna head back down. This is where we came in, but you can go further down. This bit always scares me a wee bit. So head back down. And you're either going to go left or right. If you try and think of the geography of where we've came and where Strava was, we came from down this way and came up and along, so he should be down here. And there's occasional people that are going to try and jump out on you, and I don't have their positions memorised actually, so there's areas kind of do. Thought that was a Strava. Oh, for goodness sake. Okay, double hand takes them out in one hit. Nice to know. So you get a gash resistant ring. All this does is it stops you. It gives you some bleed resistance, but honestly, I've went through the whole game 4 times now, including New Game Plus, and I've never been bled. So it doesn't seem that useful. But if someone else thinks it is useful, let me know. Take some blue-eyed night curious. I can never say that word. I think that's new to the game. I don't think you ever got the blue night set. The red night set was the DLC that I never bought, or the pre-order bonus. But I never got that.
Thank you. That's twice now. Time to forge ahead. This is a token of my gratitude. Please accept it.
Cheers, that's one of the best healing in the game, if not the best. I think it probably is the best. And once again, he's going to go on a little running tangent here. Well, walking tangent. He is walking. And if you don't clear the rest of this hallway out, he is going to get himself killed once again. So we're going on a wee babysitting mission here. I'll give myself a wee heal because I don't trust this next bit. There is a bit of an ambush here that is a bit annoying, especially if you just run right in without trying to pull things on a little bit, because it does get pretty difficult. So this is where we came in, so we have to keep going this way now. I already see a death. That's what these things are. You can look at them and you'll see what they did to die. So this guy's running right in and trying to hit this guy, but not managing it seems. And head up, there's one in the darkness. These guys are taking one hit just now, which is nice. But that's not the main issue here. Here it is. There we go, and that is not the last of them. I'm pretty sure there's 5, there should be 2 more. But once you get the first group, they're much easier. There we go. Because they can, if you get all 5 on them, that can be really, really nasty. They can essentially just stun lock you and kill you pretty quickly. There should be an arrow up, there it is, yep. Let's grab this item, and then we're going to see a familiar face. And don't do what I did. I ran up and smashed him the first time. But thankfully, he doesn't go berserk until a few hits in.
Ah, we meet again. Fancy that. Hope you find something that suits you. It is the end of Great Boletaria Castle.
I think it's the same dialogue, isn't it? Does he get anything else to say? There you go.
Wizard thingy. The king led it back to us, along with those wretched demons. That monster leaves a trail of charred carcasses, which is great for business, of course. But unless you're a scavenger like me, you'd better stay clear.
So again, he's talking about King Allant going away and then coming back. So he brought demons and he brought these dragons that are about as well.
It is the end, but hell.
Okay, I think this is. He sells a couple of new things here. I think did he have the club before? Maybe he did. I'm not sure he did though. Got the long swords, got a crossbow, a couple of shields, got some armor, broadsword, claymore. I think is new as well, and still sell some healing items. I don't tend to buy very much from him, but
I'm sure you'll turn things around.
that's fine. Now we can head back up, and we're getting pretty close to the next boss. And then this is actually a different area. We've not been up here this way, but it looks very similar to the way we came down. And it's just because it's the next structure along. So now we can go back up. There'll be new enemies up here now. A couple of crossbowmen, I think. Aye. Oh, aye. You know, dude. Okay. Is there an item up here? Yes. So here we go. I've already met my capacity, so if I click the start button, or whatever it's called now in the PS5, it's going to go to my inventory at all. So there I've got the compound shortbow and some heavy arrows. And we are going to head down and try and get up there. Okay. So, going to be some archers down here. Ugh. Right. They got too much damage there, but oh well. Actually not doing... I've got loads of them, that's fine. I was going to say, I've not got actually much healing left here, but we're doing alright. I'll get the wee ones on. Right. And it's just going to be the same as it was the last time. Take this guy out first. Oh, goodness. And bait out the dragon. Then you can pretty much run straight away. It looks like you might get burned, but you don't. But you do need to be a bit careful here, because there is a few enemies that you don't want to get hit from while you try and... Ugh. Oh, there we go. There is another knight there, so you do have to be careful. You don't aggro him, because that can be bad news. And then this guy should be pretty easy to take care of on his own. Good thing about these two knights here, him and him, is you are guaranteed half moon grass. So once you get the next archstone, you can just keep coming back and refreshing and killing those two guys, killing the archers. You get yourself a bunch of souls, and you get yourself a nice collection of healing items. And then some half moon grass, perfect. We can head in there, but there's a wee bit more to explore. There's a door here, you should remember this. Appears locked, so eventually you'll get a key, but not for ages, so you have to just remember there was a door here that you couldn't unlock. We can go up here though. Couple of enemies, couple of items. Oh, and your first potentially crystal lizards. And these are going to be your ways of getting your upgrade materials. So there's some large sharpstone. They actually refresh, or respawn I should say, like they didn't do in Dark Souls if you killed them, but it's something, I can't remember the exact thing. It's every boss you kill, you get another respawn of them or something, so you can kind of farm them for a while. But I believe you can also miss them, so if you miss that, you don't just get a free shot, you've got another couple of shots while you've killed some bosses. It gets a wee bit annoying. But I'm not going to be using the sharpstone anyway, so it doesn't really bother me at all if I get them or not at the moment. Okay, and now we have done all we really can. So we're going to go and fight the boss, and I'm going to see if I can one-shot him. He's actually not bad once you know what you're doing, but when you're first playing this guy can be a pretty big task. I think he was what caused me to quit when I played this in the PS3 the first time. So let's go. So quite an ominous sight at first. Um, for the platinum trophy, you actually can't kill any of the archers. So if you're wanting to go for that, you shouldn't do what I'm doing. But I've got it already, so I don't care. So if you don't care about the trophy, just head up, take out all the archers. And I think he can hit you occasionally with that, but it's very rare you'll get hit by his ranged attack. Let's take our time. Oop. Okay, that's them. Oh, there's one more. There might be one more. Right. So now you're all done. I'm going to heal up just to make sure. And then you try and head down. And what you want to do is get in between his legs. Oh, wasn't fast enough. And just start hacking away at his heels. Not very good there. That move there has quite a big AoE, so you do need to just try and get some distance. And you'll notice as you hack away at his heels, that blue thing comes out. And he'll do a wee step, jump back to try and catch you. Oh shit, oh he's too far. Oof. I actually want him to be a bit away for that wall. This isn't great position. Oh, I can never dodge that. So I don't really like being at this range. Okay, again, keep a distance, but at some point he's going to fall down. And if he's sitting here, I don't know how I'm going to get him. So I want to try and bait him out a bit. That's better. Yeah, that's much better. Go on, give him the shield. Yep, lovely. Oh, there we go. And then get out of the way, because if he falls on you, he's going to do a lot of damage, and it's going to take you ages to get back up. And this is where this weapon, having a +1 crushing, getting you lots of damage there. Get back up. Oh. Heal up, and then rinse and repeat. Back to the legs. Just keep a wee bit of distance. Back in. And he should be dead. GG. But he can be quite difficult until you learn his moveset. But the biggest thing there is I don't target at all, you might have noticed, and I just run through his legs quite a lot and just try and stay behind as much as possible, and then watch out for that big shield attack, 'cause if you're too close, it will take you out. But that's it. Now you can touch the Artstone. Actually, what I'll show you first is if we walk over here, you can't get through this. So you have to go and kill an archdemon, and archdemons are generally the final boss of an area. So until we can get even to the part 3 of this area, we have to go and finish an entire area somewhere else. And we'll do that, we'll start doing that next time. So I'm going to touch the Heartstone, get the Iron Demon Soul, and we'll read a little bit here. Inside Boletaria's gates, where the streets intertwine, lie traps set by much revealed fat officials. You may have noticed that was one behind the boss, kind of pulling the strings there, themselves living proof of old King Alant's madness. But we will come back here later. So I'm going to go to the Nexus and then level up with our new souls. We actually might have a bit of more dialogue with this guy here.
Have you met the last surviving monumental? Those fools revived the old one on a whim. And now they've trapped us here in the Nexus in a desperate attempt to undo their mistake. It's all a travesty, if you ask me.
So he's suggesting that the monumentals woke up the old one. Hard to say if he's trustworthy or who to trust in this world, to be honest, but we'll talk to him more later because we're getting on a bit, so I'm going to go level up and then we're going to finish up the video.
Thou seekest the power, then touch the demon inside. Soul of the mind.
I quite like to keep vitality and endurance kind of equal, so I like having a lot of stamina, so I'm going to put 1 in endurance just now, get some stamina, put a couple, I'll get myself to 20 strength actually, and then put, yeah, I'll put 1 more in strength just because I like it. Let's go. Thanks. Okay.
Art thou, may thy strength help.
Right, that was actually surprisingly successful for once, so there we go. Thanks for watching everyone, I will see you later. Bye bye.